Am I live or not? Why is it not showing I'm live? Uh... What the fuck? Oh, there we go. Okay. Cool, 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 cool. We're up and running, baby. Let's go. Let's giddly go. Yo, what's up, Fatal? How's it going, buddy? Thank you for coming today. What's up, Mag? How's it going? Thank you for coming. How are you guys doing on this fine day? I just got back from the gym. I just got dumped today. Oh. That sucks, dude. Sorry to hear that. That sucks. You doing okay? I don't know what to say. Anyways, I went to the gym. Got a big leg pump in. And now my legs hurt. So that was what I did today. No, today was kind of a shit day. I didn't do much. But yeah. I'm gonna be back in a bit. Alright. Leg day is overhated. Leg day is necessary. Alright? You need a good fat leg day once in a while. I've been reading today because I'm sick right now, so I don't want to do anything. Ooh, what kind of smut have you been reading? Have you read the book called The Beach? There was a movie adaptation starring Leonardo DiCaprio. Because I'm reading that right now because my girlfriend told me to read it. And then she gave me the book. And then, well, I actually asked her to bring The Hobbit over because she had The Hobbit at her house. And she brought this book instead. And so I was like, damn, okay, I'll just read this, I guess. Nope, but I've heard of it. Oh, okay. I was just assuming you've read every book ever. Hey, Jay Rudo. I just wanted to drop by and let you know that I'm super excited for the stream tonight. Can't wait to tune in and see what you have in store for us. Your streams always bring such great energy and entertainment. Looking forward to hanging out with you and the community. See you there. Bro, what the fuck? This is some fake ass shit, dude. I can't take a compliment. Chat GPT, I know. What kind of a bot is this, dude? Andy, go back to the tavern arc, okay? I don't like this new polite personality you got going on here. Not cool, dude. Not cool. But yeah, so I've been reading The Beach, and I'm like 150 pages in, and fuck all, they got to a beach. That's it. Nothing's happened yet. I'm like, kind of cheese. How are the taverns, Andy? How's tavern life treating you these days, Andy? How's that going? Oh man, my legs are fucking burning. Ooh, sounds boring. Read some smut? No. No. Smut is for women. Smut is like modern day Twilight. Because Twilight was like 15, 20 years ago. This is like modern day Twilight. It's just, that's the chicks read smut. Guys don't read smut. We just watch porn. Taverns are fascinating hubs of social interaction, offering a unique blend of history, culture, and community. These establishments have served as gathering places for centuries. What the fuck? These establishments have served as gathering places for centuries where people from all walks of life come together to unwind, share stories, and forge connections over food and drink. From the rustic charm of the old world taverns to the modern gastropubs, each offers its own ambiance and character. What kind of a fucking... What kind of brochure did you get this from, dude? This is straight from Wikipedia. Oh my god, dude. I don't know. Actually, Andy, I lied. I hate both of your arcs. Find a new arc. I don't remember ordering a Yappuccino. Damn, that's crazy. That's honestly, Mag, that's fucked up. You know when The word that has hurt me the most in my life was when I was in kindergarten and people called me a chatterbox. That shit like hit different, dude. You can call me a bitch, a whore, a fucking pussy, a little bitch ass pussy whore. You can say whatever you want to me, and it'll hurt my feelings, but nothing can dig as deep to my core as being called a chatterbox when I was 6 years old. Man, that shit fucking stung. Bro's trigger word is chatterbox. Dude, like, I would lose my... If someone called me a chatterbox, I'd be like, what did you say? I'd go fucking ape shit, dude. I'd beat the fuck out of anyone in the room. You couldn't come near me. You just have to wait 20 minutes for me to calm down, or you might lose an eyeball. I was that enraged. Like, who do you think you are? Chatterbox was like my... I'm not going to say anything. Never mind. I was going to say, calling me a I was going to say something very fucked up, so I don't think I should say it, because it's not... Yo, what's up, Madge? How's it going? I was saying, like, chatterbox was like calling me a chatterbox was similar to calling people like a racial slur. You were essentially calling me a racial slur. That's what the equivalent was. All right, and I took it as such. I'd fuck you up for it. Jay, that's what I said. I wasn't even gonna say it. I retracted that statement. You made me say it. Mag, you made me say it. I didn't want to say it. Yeah. You're a bad influence, Mag. You're going to get me canceled. What the fuck? Not cool, dude. Oh, man. Oh, what do we got? Oh, I'm just going to crack my fucking back real quick. What do we got on the docket for today? Let me just go to... I'm signed out of Twitter? What the fuck? Just tell them you're a minority. They let it slide. Should I tell them I'm indigenous? Because technically that's not a lie. I mean, like, in reality, it's not true. But technically it is true. You know what I mean? Like, I can get by on the technicality. Like, technically it's not illegal if she's 18. But you're weird as fuck. Like, technically I'm indigenous. But, not really. You know what I mean? Mag, you did it again. You made me say something stupid and dumb again. Now you gotta explain. Well, I'm not full status indigenous. I am technically have indigenous ancestry, in Canadian indigenous ancestry, that has given me access to a card that says I'm indigenous, but I don't get any benefits from it. I feel like I doubt any of you guys have watched The Sopranos, but there's an episode in The Sopranos where like the native community is protesting against Columbus Day because, you know, he like genocided them and shit like that, right? Like he was like all about that genocide and stuff. And then the Italian mobsters like Tony and everyone, they get really fucking mad that they're protesting Christopher Columbus because Christopher Columbus is an Italian hero. So they go to the protests and start trying to beat the shit out of people, like beat up people. And there's just like the conflict there. And I feel like that's what I'm experiencing internally on a daily basis, as being a proud Italian man while also being technically indigenous. It's tough living my life. What's up, Truth? I'm at school right now. You're in school? What time is it, dude? It's 8 p.m. for me. If anyone's in school right now, they're probably like locked inside. What a hard life. That's what I've been trying to tell you guys, Mag. Like, I don't think anyone's lived a harder life than me. The internal conflict that I struggle with on a daily basis, knowing that my people subjugated my people, that's just fuck shit, you know what I'm saying? Anyways. I had a plan for today and I forgot what it was. Ah, yes. I remember now. I wanted to bring this up because I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I got into an argument the other day with someone. I won't say who. It was a woman. It was a female being. Okay, it's relevant for the conversation. Don't think I'm weird. But basically, I made the statement, and I think this is fair to say, that getting kicked in the balls by a grown man as hard as they can is more painful than giving birth. I'm just going to go out. I just put that out there. I put it out into the world. I said, this is the most sensitive part of the male body. And you have a grown man, 200 pounds, who's been going to the gym 6 days a week for the last 14 years. He's doing at least 2 leg days a week for the last 14 years. And he, with all his might and power, kicks you in the ball sack. The pain that you're going to experience from that is, I was arguing, is more painful than pushing a baby, a tiny little baby, out of your vajayjay. That's all I was saying, right? Like, that's all that was all the point I'm making. Like, you're talking about the force of a grown man compared to a little tiny baby. You know what I'm saying? So, what's good, Molly? How's it going? So, they basically said that is insane. And they basically accused me of not knowing anything about the female anatomy. And I'm going to be honest, they're right. I don't know shit. I don't know anything about the female body, really, or female reproductive system. Okay, I know there's a vagina. Allegedly, there's a clitoris that people claim exists. I don't know. I haven't found that one yet. And then I'm trying to think what else I know about. There's what's it called? I believe women have, what's it called? Like a uvula? Is that what it's called? A uvula. They have a uvula down there. I don't know what that does, but they have that. That's all I know, honestly. So I thought today would be good for me and for everybody in the chat to learn more. That's the throat thing. Oh my god. The thing in the back of your throat? The little dangly thing, that's a uvula? The throat clit? What the fuck would I... They have something that starts with a U. Oh no. Ovaries. That's what I was thinking of. I don't know what those do, but they have those. Urethra. Okay, shit. I've heard these words before, but I don't know what they mean. Anyways, here's what's going to happen. I thought we'd watch a video.
Hi, everybody. Dr. Mark.
I thought we'd watch a video on the female reproductive system so we could learn together as a chat and come to the final decision on whether or not it is more painful to give birth or to be kicked in the balls. And I'm already seeing, I'm loving the angle this guy's drawn at. That's crazy, dude. You know me, I prioritize education on this stream. I want you guys to learn. So I clicked the first video I found on this topic. This isn't a debate. This is absolutely a debate. This is a real debate. Women are faking it. Molly, I don't even know what you, like, who are you? Like, no one even knows who you are.
Now, to begin with, I think we should look at the external anatomy or the external genitalia.
Whoa, okay. So, I'm looking at this right here, and I'm looking at this, and I'm assuming this is the vajayjay. Am I correct on that? Bro, labor can last like 30 hours. What do you mean? Yeah, but like, you get kicked in the balls, you might, like, you could lose the ability to produce sperm. That's a lifetime, bitch. When I have birth this summer, they had to kill me and bring me. What? Anyways, I'm assuming this is a vajayjay. I'm gonna go with the butthole on this one here, and everything else I don't know.
Over the female reproductive system, and then we'll move.
You can die if you give birth. That's also a lifetime. Man, how do we know they're not faking it though?
Move through and have a look at the female reproductive tract.
So, what? This looks like an alien, dude.
When we look at the external anatomy, a couple of things. First of which, you can see that we have what's called the mons pubis. Now, the mons
Yo, I'm too immature for this, dude. The guy said pubis.
Mons pubis is this fatty pad. Mons pubis.
Yo, he called her pubes fat, dude. Oh,
is
shit.
a fatty pad that overlays that of the pubic symphysis. So the very front of the pubis itself.
I know you see it on your TikTok For You page. My fave anime, not on. This is the.
We can see that there are two skin folds. In actual fact, there are two lots of two skin folds, which we call the labia. And the most external aspect is going to be called the labia majora. Labia majora, which are two skin folds that basically begin at the mons pubis and they finish down at the perineum. Now, the labia
Yo, I love this guy's passion, I have to say. The work that this guy's putting in right now is crazy.
is homologous to that of the scrotum. So they are skin folds.
You know what? How about we do this? Let's just do this.
Every so often, you read a news headline that makes you shudder, such as this one in the U.S. Ohio man charged with murder
I didn't think of actually just searching up this video.
after fatal kick to the groin.
Oh, so you can die from getting kicked to the groin. Oh, Mag. Interesting.
Or this one in the UK. Man dies after having testicles squeezed during fight over parking space.
I guess we're going to find out the truth here. Kicked in the balls versus childbirth. Which is more painful?
Your prized plum's wallops can be deadly, and we'll explain why soon.
Dying from
But
childbirth?
first,
We'll have to find out.
we need to talk about pain and only pain, and compare ball strikes to what many women have said is the worst pain in the world. The problem with both these kinds of pain.
This is like here's what I'm thinking here, right? Like this is what I'm just putting to the dome piece right here. Okay? And I'm not saying that this is right or not. I'm just saying that this is a form of logical thinking, okay? There is not a single man in this world that wants to be kicked in the balls, especially a man who has been kicked in the balls as hard as humanly possible from another fully sized developed male. There's no one that wants that, right? but women want to give birth. So they want that pain, which means that the pain is worthwhile, but the pain for the man isn't, which could imply it's more painful.
Is that statistically, there's a decent chance you're going to
I'm going to stay toxic as fuck on this until I get actual factual data to prove me wrong.
experience one of them.
Well, Jay, you imbecile. There's no outcome from that. When you give birth, you have a child for 18 years. I'm sure if women could grow them in labs, they would. Just don't have it. But okay, you could have one kid. Why are you having two then? Why are you having three?
From 2015 to 2019, 13.2%
I'm not seeing the facts,
of
bag.
American women aged 15 to 24 and 84.3% of those aged 40 to 49 had at one point in her life had a biological child, according to the CDC.
Okay.
Believe it or not, we couldn't find a scientific study that told us how many times a man gets his balls blasted throughout his life.
Because they avoid it. Because we don't want that in our lives.
Thankfully,
Fuck the human race. If maybe this just says something about men, but if men had to reproduce for the human race to continue, and it was as painful as getting kicked in the balls, we would die out.
there's a thing called Reddit in this world where citizen scientists provide us with anecdotal data. When the question was asked on a thread about how many times this will happen to men, one guy said, when you're young, 5 to 12, probably a few times a
because
year.
y'all are weak. No, because we understand the pain. Because the pain is so excruciating that you never want to live through that. It's not worth humanity surviving.
But we like this answer from another user, too ducking many. Amen to that. On a separate thread, the same question was asked again. This time a guy expanded a bit, saying,
It looks like he's just sort of jerking off after he got kicked.
many times. They are all the worst times. Even a light flick in the nut is enough to put you down. A response to that was, even sitting down slightly uncomfortably still reacts negatively.
The hell
And
is
of
going
course,
on?
the
We're watching a video to finally determine whether it is more painful to be kicked in the balls or to give birth to a child.
disturbance
I'm on the kicking balls side, but the women are on the side of giving birth. And allegedly the science is as well, but you can't trust science. The science says the earth is round.
can last a good 10 minutes of torture. Okay, but why does it hurt so much? Why would nature, or maybe even a god with a sick sense of humor, stick a thing on your body that makes you as vulnerable as a mouse at an anger management conference for felines? If God made the world in 6 days, could he or she not have spent maybe an extra hour building ramparts for your testicles? Come to think of it, if God was a she, actually it's nature we need to focus on here,
Yeah.
not celestial bodybuilders.
we don't really care
If there
about
was a vote and
that
all
God
the
shit.
men who voted could choose to have their testes on the inside of their bodies,
It would hurt more slightly after impact for vols, but overall giving birth would be more painful. Doggo doesn't count because he's not a human. So his
they'd all
opinion
vote yes.
is
Unfortunately,
null and
nature is
void.
more of a dictatorship than democracy. This wonderful pair of organs, which unfortunately have to hang outside of our bodies, produce unbelievable amounts of sperm. In a process called spermatogenesis, your overworked testes make millions of sperm every day, close to
damn 8 billion sperm generated, 1,500 sperm generated per second. Yo, you guys are putting in work down there. Yo, respect. Ah.
to
was a dumb joke,
1,500
I'm
sperm
sorry.
a second. A full sperm production cycle,
I
meaning how
tried
long
to
it takes
props my balls.
your body to make sperm, is about 64 days, and in that time you will have generated around 8 billion sperm. It depends on how long you live, but if you live to an old age, you might create 2 trillion sperm. The process never stops until you die, although by the time you're 50, the production might be down to about 30% and go down more as you pass into your winter years. In one ejaculation, there could be anywhere from 40 to 500 million sperm cells inside that 5
Oh, damn.
to 25-calorie liquid of essential nutrients we call semen. But
Essential nutrients. That's what I'm gonna describe it as next time I see my girlfriend. Do you want some essential nutrients?
for this amazing process to work, your testicles need to be at the right temperature, which is about 5 degrees cooler than the inside of your body. Otherwise, the factory would break down. The reason why your balls shrink when you're cold is because they're trying to stay at this perfect temperature. In short, proteins won't fold correctly if the testicles aren't cooler than the rest of your body.
I never knew any of this.
Sure, dolphins have internal balls, but they also have a temperature-regulating system that is special to them. Elephants have internal balls too, and they don't have a complex system like Flipper the dolphin. They have a cooler internal temperature where semen can be made without any issue. We humans can't do that. We have a design flaw. Well, a few of them actually. Some things we would change if we could, such as wisdom teeth, or the fact that we breathe and eat through the same hole, the pharynx, and we can choke, or the fact that our lower backs bear way too much weight. Unfortunately, we have to make do with what we got, and that means having
All right, get to the
balls
point. Which hurts
on the
more?
outside, dangling in the cool air, inside that bag we call a scrotum. At least they're a little bit hidden. It's not
Yeah, it's good that they're out there. They can be
like
sucked
nature
on.
put them on your forehead or attached them to your elbow. It's actually hard to receive one of those absolutely devastating bullseye nut shots just because they are protected a bit by your legs. And without having to think about it, we protect them all the time. The reason why it hurts.
Wait, hold on. Is this guy hitting the ball gazing sign on me? This guy's hitting the ball gazing. Ball gazer. You guys know ball gazing?
We protect them all the time.
greatest
The reason
game
why it
ever
hurts so
invented.
much to get hit in them is that your brain wants you to protect them. If getting whacked in your gonads didn't hurt so much, they might get destroyed and make it so you couldn't produce sperm and have babies. And all nature wants is you to
The
procreate.
fuck you talking about? Oh, you don't know about ball gazing? It's when you when someone's looking at you and you go like this, and they look and you go ball gazing, ball gazer. And then because they're staring at your balls. And so then you can call them a ball gazer. I had a very uneventful childhood, okay?
It's well known that people with congenital insensitivity
This is shit only men would know.
to pain, aka congenital analgesia, have really, really difficult lives. A doctor told the BBC that many of these people are dead by the time they reach their 20s from doing dangerous things because they don't feel pain. Pain, in a way, is your friend and your enemy. The reason you feel so much pain when you get bashed down there is because that area is populated with tons of nerves.
So basically, the reason why it hurts so much to get kicked in the balls is because your balls are essential for the reproduction of human life. And to bang on them can destroy them, which destroys human life. So essentially, it hurts a lot more than giving birth.
And for a good reason.
I kinda
Even when
blanked
you
for a
just
second.
sense danger, you naturally pull your testicles closer to your body with your muscles. The fight or flight response kicks in, and while you're thinking about that idiot in front of you pushing out
What? When I get scared, my body pulls my balls up. Do I grab if I'm really scared, I grab my balls and run.
his chest, your balls
I
are
learn
getting into
something
their
new every
defense
day.
position. Obviously, this kind of sensitivity has its benefits. All those nerves mean your balls are an erogenous zone. As for why, when you take a perfect shot, you end up down on your knees with terrible pain in your stomach and not just at the contact site, well, that's because your testicles evolved in your abdominal cavity, so the nerves are connected to the nerves at ground zero. You can even vomit or feel dizzy. This is because of something called the vagal reflex. This
So let's get this straight. You get kicked in the balls so hard, not only do your balls hurt, you could shit your pants. I don't know that from experience, but I know that can happen. Your stomach kills like a motherfucker. You can get headaches, throw up. Oh, pregnancy doesn't sound that bad now, does it?
is a nerve signal from your balls that goes all the way up your spinal cord and into your brainstem, which then stimulates the nausea and vomiting centers in your brain. Now, there's not a great deal of tissue protecting your balls, but there is.
Dude, this is so weird. Where did they get this picture of my ball sack from? Because this is exactly what mine looked like. And now I'm kind of concerned. And low-key, I want a percentage of this money. I want a percentage of the ad
At
revenue.
least
You're just going to
something.
use
The
picture.
sack. This helps,
a
but it also
direct
helps
picture
that
of
your
my
balls
ball
are
sack.
spongy and so can absorb a shock. You can actually take a good whack down there, and while you might suffer 10 or so minutes of intense pain, and pain that lingers for up to an hour, it is unlikely that you'll have done any serious damage. Studies tell us only around 1% of emergency room visits for trauma
Okay, well, I don't know if I believe that.
involve blunt scrotal trauma. If the pain doesn't go away,
Blunt scrotal trauma. How was he killed, sir? Huh. It looks like a blunt scrotal trauma to the ball sack.
or there is worrying swelling
Doesn't
or
seem too painful now, does it, Jay? Mag, oh my God, Mag. I'm gonna kick you in your balls, Mag. We'll
or
see
there's
how it
blood in your
feels.
pee, or you find it hard to pee, or you have a fever and are just in a bad way, see a doctor. As the faster you do that, the less chance you'll have of
I
becoming
ain't got
infertile.
any. Well, in another life, you will, and I will find you in that life, and I'll kick you in the fucking balls.
If you're worried, get it checked. In the intro, we mentioned a guy from Ohio who died as a result of being kicked in the testicles. In 2013, a guy broke into his house and repeatedly kicked him in the balls when he refused to give up any money. His testicles ruptured. They burst. 90% of the time, ruptured testicles that receive treatment in 72 hours can be fixed, and the person ends up just fine, but this guy developed an infection that became gangrenous. The attacker was
His balls ruptured? I didn't know that could happen! Oh! My God!
subsequently
fuck?
charged with murder. The UK headline, which was actually about an incident in China in 2012, involved a 42-year-old woman who had a scrap with a shopkeeper when he told her she couldn't park in front of his store. In the ensuing fight, she lunged at his balls, grabbing on for dear life. He collapsed and died, likely from cardiac arrest. In 2014, Vice published the headline, "An Irish teen went into cardiac arrest and was later put into a medically induced coma after a schoolmate yanked on his testicles last week."
Okay, I shouldn't be laughing. I shouldn't be laughing. Cause the kid almost died. But just describing it as yanked, that's fucking crazy. That sounds like it's just like a little prank. Hey, I just yanked out his. Hey, principal, what's wrong? I just yanked out his ball sack. We're all doing it in the change room. We was ball gazing. I come to Mr. Principal. I caught him ball gazing. You know what that means? You get a little yank. You get a little tug on the fucking balls.
It seems this teen suffered from something called vasovagal syncope, which basically means the trauma and pain got so bad he fainted. Pain and extreme emotional distress can make you pass out, and something called a neurocardiogenic syncope can make your blood pressure suddenly drop, endangering your health and sometimes leading to death. This kid survived, but that guy in China might well have experienced this drop in blood pressure resulting in his death. It's incredibly rare for this to happen, and with the ruptures, as long as you get it seen to, it's also rare something fatal will occur as a result of.
I heard somewhere that the sack that holds your balls is like this white fatty looking thing. Are you calling me fat? Are you saying I got fat balls? That's kind of fucked up, dude.
Infection or tissue death. What's important, though, is that getting kicked in the balls can be so damn painful that it causes you to faint and, in some cases, sets off cardiac arrest.
Yeah.
That, dear viewers, is special. Okay, before
Special.
we give you the results, we need to look at
Special.
women who can be thankful they'll never have their balls squeezed to death.
Yeah, you better be thankful, okay? You better be. That should be one of the things that you're thankful for on Thanksgiving. You're sitting at the dinner table with your family, 10 of you at the dining table. You got the turkey right in the middle. Everyone's going through saying what they're thankful for. Mag, you better say, I'm thankful I can't get kicked in the scrotum, okay?
Even so,
Sorry.
childbirth is no joke. You often see it on the lists of the most painful things that can happen to a person, although it must be
That's subjective.
said if you visit web forums, many women share very different experiences. In fact, according to a survey commissioned by the American Society of
Don't worry, I'll say that this
Anesthesiologists,
year. Thank you.
45% of women who had their first child said it was a better experience than they expected.
Women enjoy giving birth. Oh no. Oh no, Mag. Almost 50% of women said it was the easiest thing they've ever done.
These women had medical pain management, though. 9 out of 10 women in the survey said with pain management, things were actually fine. We don't want to put women off having
So let's get it straight. Women, when they're giving birth, can take drugs. Hold on a second. Because you have to account for the circumstance, the context, right? It is very rare. The vast minority of traumatic scrotum incidents are planned in advance, where there is a willing participant who wants to be tortured, right? You don't get the luxury of getting pain meds or some sort of drugs to reduce the pain. You got to experience all of that. But women, due to modern science and medical technology and pharmaceutical technology and other stuff, don't feel anything? Question mark?
children. It doesn't have to be
If
a
you
bad
get
experience.
punched in the balls, just take a Tylenol. First of all, if you get punched in the balls, the guy who did it's fucking gay, dude. He's touching your balls, dude. Second of all, we're talking about a little bit more traumatic than that. We're talking about getting kicked in the balls, all right? The force from a kick is much more forceful than the force from a punch.
Certainly not a horrific experience. Many women in testimonials said it was
Just don't be an asshole and maybe you won't get kicked in the balls. I don't know. Okay, literally, let me tell you a little story, okay? This was about 4 or 5 years ago. I was at the club with my friend, and we finished our time at the club, and we were waiting outside, and we went to a convenience store, and it was in winter, and there was slush all over the floor. All over the floor, okay? And the guy who's working at the convenience store was trying to kick people out because people were just standing in there waiting for their Ubers and not buying anything. So I told my friend, go pretend like you're going to go buy something so he doesn't kick us out. So he was doing that. And the owner came to us first. He's like, you got to go. And we're like, no, my friend's buying something. He's just going over there. He's like, oh, okay. And then he goes to the other guys. He's like, you got to get out. And these guys said, no, we're waiting for our Uber. And he goes, yeah, I know. You got to leave. And this guy, like the owner of the convenience store, was like Asian and had an accent. And so the guy who was told to leave looks at him and goes, "Yo, can you fucking understand what I'm saying, man? Like, I told you I'm not fucking leaving until my Uber comes." And I was like, Jesus, like literally, like, do you speak English? You hit him with that one, right? So I was like, yo, why are you being such an asshole, man? And the guy looks at me and goes, what the fuck did you say to me? I said, why are you being such an asshole, man? The guy wants you to leave. Just leave. You just have to stand outside. And he walks up to, I'm holding a pizza because we went to freaking a pizza place before. I'm holding a pizza. He knocks it out of my hands. And I go, what the fuck? And then he walks out the store and I started laughing because I was like, this guy's got fucking problems, right? And so he walks out the store, and then he's standing outside at the window of the convenience store, staring at me, telling me to come out because he wants to fight me. There's a cop car right next to him. I can see it from the fucking window. Like, literally, there's cops in the car right next to where he is. So I'm not, like, worried about, like, anything. Anyways, he's really drunk. And he's, like, yelling at me, come out. And eventually the convenience store guy just kicked me out, or kicked us all out because my friend, he bought something, and then he's like, okay, you gotta get out now. So we leave. This guy's waiting for me outside of the convenience store on the corner of the street. The main street, this is like King and Portland. This is the main intersection in like the club district in Toronto, like where all the clubs are, right? Guy full on swings. He goes, I just walk by him really quick, and he follows me, and he starts yelling at me, and I turn around, and he full on comes at me, And he's drunk as fuck, and he swings and he tries to kick me. And I grabbed his leg, because he almost fell over. But the moral of the story, I grabbed his leg, and then my friend came, and he was going to literally kick his ass, and then they left. But the moral of the story is, you could be a perfectly decent human being and get your balls kicked. Because if that guy was a couple inches over, my balls would be kicked and I could have possibly died. According to this video. So, Mag, all of that to say, you played yourself. Okay? I was an upstanding citizen defending a business owner from racial abuse, and I almost got kicked in the balls for it. Did I deserve that, Mag? Oh, sorry, Mag. Wait, did I deserve that? Did I deserve that? Should he? Is that what you're saying? Was it me standing up to racism was a bad thing? Okay. No, it's fine. Mag's showing her true. Mag, you're so biased to the female childbirth agenda that you're willing to support racism for it. Crazy. Yeah, you deserved it for blowing your chance with the colonel. In another life, I'm blowing the fucking colonel, okay?
It was a beautiful experience with little pain, or at least tolerable pain. One said, my 11-pound baby was born at home after only 1 hour. I didn't need any pain relief or stitches. It was a wonderful experience. Many others have said similar things, but there's also the bad news. Childbirth can be deadly despite it being nowhere near as dangerous as it was in the past. In late medieval England, there was something like 1,300 mother deaths per 100,000 child.
We're hitting the medieval statistics here? Yo, Mag, we gotta hit the medieval statistics to make childbirth look good, look bad, look painful. Just look at what we're going with here, okay? Like in medieval England, babies were basically fully grown human beings when they came out of the womb. So it's, we've evolved since then.
Births. In the whole
been like 300, 400, 500, 600 years. We've evolved as a species to have smaller babies.
Okay, in 2020, that number was 9.2 deaths for every 100,000 births.
Oh, okay, that's a little bit more modern. 9.2 deaths. Okay, but I don't even think there's 100,000 people who've been kicked in the balls. So you can't compare these statistics. You know what I'm saying? You can't compare these statistics because I don't even know if they said they didn't even have the number of people that have been kicked in the balls, let alone the number of people that died from getting kicked in the balls. But they had at least 3. So
the WHO says close to 300,000 women around the world die each year as a result of pregnancy or childbirth. While most of the Western world is very safe regarding childbirth, according to the World Factbook, in 2020, 1,223 out of 100,000 women in Sudan died having their baby.
That's a lot of people. Those are like COVID numbers.
With Chad and Nigeria both seeing over 1,000 deaths per 100,000 women.
Yeah, but how do we know that's because of childbirth? What if they had other health deficiencies? Healthcare in general isn't good in these parts of the world, so maybe there was other things going on. I feel like the data is skewed.
The same resource put the U.S. number at 21 per 100,000, Brazil at 72, India at 103, Cambodia at 207, Ukraine at 17, Russia at 14, Italy at 5, Australia at...
Italy stays winning, buddy. Italy stays winning. Take that, USA, you fuckers. You little fuckers. You have a higher infant mortality rate. Or no, you have a higher pregnancy, childbirth, death rate compared to us. You fucking losers.
3, Poland and Norway at 2, and good old Belarus with the best rate at just
Italy
1 death per 100,000.
That's weird. You're stretching more than your vagina's here. Jay's watching.
But why does childbirth have to be so painful as well as involve quite a
Allegedly, it's painful. That has not yet been proved. Just because... Hold on. Just because people pass away during childbirth doesn't mean it's painful. You could be in a coma and pass away. You don't feel any pain. There has not been a proven statistic yet Sorry. There has not been a proven statistic yet to show that childbirth is more painful than getting kicked in the balls. It just says that they die. Well, people, like, you can have a heart attack and die and not feel any pain. So, I'm not saying that childbirth doesn't kill more people than getting kicked in the balls. I'm saying kicking the balls hurts more. Yo, it's all in the fucking dome piece, baby.
A lot of risk in some nations. Was God a sadist? We doubt it, so we might ask again what nature was doing when it made childbirth painful. There's a thing we talk about called the obstetricial dilemma. This relates to the head of humans evolving and getting bigger, which is a good thing since you're watching this video intently using your big brain's wonderful capacity for learning rather than trying to stick your phone up your backside. Big brains are good, but big heads give women hell. In relation to those large skulls that come out of them, their birth canals and pelvis floors are quite small. Having a baby is like trying to poop out a pineapple. It would
Easy. Easy. Is that all it is? Could do that in my sleep.
was the development of the human pelvis that helped us get off of our dirty hands and start walking upright on 2 feet, what scientists call bipedal locomotion. Evolutionary anthropologists say women have good floor stability thanks to their low pelvic floor, but it's also the reason for all that pain and death. Still, you'd think evolution would have fixed that negative bit, but it didn't. Women have had to make do with the trade-off.
Okay. Correct me if I'm wrong. This is a vagina. I'm a fucking expert. I know everything there is to know about women.
And anyways,
This is the mouth of the vagina. Like it's very simple, guys. Okay, this is the vagina. These are the fangs, the vampire fangs in the vagina. This is the sandworm from Dune that lives inside of the vagina. Obviously, of course. These are the lungs. This is the bow tie right here. This is the vagina bow tie up here, of course. These are the elastic bands that the vagina uses to open and close. Health lesson, done. Biology lesson, done. You're welcome.
some scientists argue that
Of course, the bow to keep the cutesy down there. Did that not look like a bow? That looks like a bow. That looks like a bow tie.
off. And anyway, some scientists argue that having a larger pelvic floor could lead to deformity, which in turn could mean organs dropping and incontinence. The theory is part of the pelvic floor hypothesis. For the average woman, labor will last on average around 9 hours, or at least for the first-time mothers. This is much worse than apes and monkeys who usually squeeze their offspring out in an average of 2 hours. For the apes and the monkeys, childbirth is way less complex, so they don't feel the pain that humans feel. It's hard to quantify animal pain and all.
That's why monkeys be fucking, dude. Monkeys be banging. Bonobos? Holy shit. I don't think there's a bonobo that exists on this planet that hasn't fucked every other bonobo that exists on this planet. That is a true statement.
Animals are different, but women definitely
That's a
have a
J. Rudo
relatively
guarantee.
really hard time ejecting their slimy bundles of joy. Women experience contractions
Yeah,
of
say it
the
like that,
muscles
dude.
of the uterus, which feel like painful cramping in the abdomen, groin, and back.
So it's just like, so you just get like some little cramps. Just like, you know, when you're on a run or something like that, you didn't drink enough water. Just get some electrolytes in you, and you'll be fine.
And a general achy
Just drink a
feeling all
fucking
over those
Gatorade.
areas, and sometimes in their thighs. There's also pressure on the bladder and bowels, and that little big-headed squealer stretches the
Yo, what the fuck is this, dude? What is this guy poking out his, yo, what's going on, everybody? Yo, what God? This is the weirdest shit I've ever seen, dude. It looks like a Dr. Seuss character.
birth canal and vagina, where pressure on the nerves give women hell. Not only that, but the contractions, when the muscles get tight and relax, keep coming. And as the labor goes on, there's less time between them, with less time to relax, and it can start to feel like torture. Psychologically, this can be really hard for women, which is why many women learn techniques to get through it. Some women also take tranquilizers.
What? That just sounds offensive. That's like you're calling women animals. God damn.
For actual physical pain, women might opt for pain relief, including regional anesthesia and regular pain medication delivered through their veins. Many women go for an epidural, which is a form of local anesthesia that will numb just about everything that matters below the belly button. But a lot of women choose to go fully natural and rely on things such as controlled breathing,
Yoga. They rely on yoga for their for their childbirth.
and relaxation techniques. We had a look at testimonials from women who chosen the natural route. By the way, an epidural shouldn't harm the baby, but it can cause headaches, nerve damage, itchiness, vomiting, low blood pressure, and not being able to control your bladder. Involuntary releases of urine can happen, and with pain relief or
Who did that? That's not cool. Who shit in the bed and then dipped?
not,
That's fucked
it's
up.
not abnormal for women to poop the bed during childbirth.
If you poop while you're giving shit, do you get poop on the baby? Is the baby coming into this world with shit on it? That explains a lot of people.
Of the natural birth, one woman said, "The first nurse that was attending me asked if I'd ever felt real pain before, implying I would need an epidural. I told her I was about to find out. It was very painful." Another said, "I progressed to active labor so quickly that there was no time for the epidural. Luckily, it was very quick, but it was definitely more painful." That makes it sound okay, but another woman said, "The pain was unlike anything I can describe." Yet another nightmarish comment said, "I pushed for over 3 hours and had burst blood vessels everywhere from the effort of pushing, even in my eyes." One woman explained, "I felt the pain was more intense than the first time. I remember screaming and asking the doctor to give me an epidural, but he was kind enough to withstand my tantrum. Some couldn't stand the pain, others were too distracted by the pain to even think about giving birth. But while there were torn vaginas and husbands getting screamed at like they were soldiers in boot camp, just about
Jacob, I need to go right now, but I'll see you next stream. All right, bro.
all the women we looked at said that they were glad they'd done it their way." So, when talking about childbirth, there are
Me too,
lots
bro.
of variants to think about. Be it with pain relief or the natural way, it seems all women can have very unique experiences. Plus, one contraction can be tolerable and another can be really intense. As one woman put it, it felt like menstrual cramps multiplied by 1,000,000. As if your abdomen is trying to squeeze out all of its contents, not just the baby.
Yeah, it's trying to make you shit.
Then again, we found some women saying childbirth wasn't anything like as painful as they'd seen on TV. Some women said they loved it, even though they felt a bit of pain. So
Freaky.
we have extreme pain to quite a bit of pain to women who said they didn't feel that bad at all. Some said it was just like pushing out a mega poop. Others talked about excruciating pains
mega
with all the
poop.
pushing, stretching, tearing, and burning. Childbirth then is way more complex than a direct hit to the family jewels. With ball strikes, it seems you either get just a brush, which causes that mild, fleeting pain and strange feeling in your stomach, or you get that bullseye shot that renders you completely out of action on the floor, wanting to puke out your lungs with a possibility of trauma that might make you faint and stop your heart. They are very hard to compare then. Also, one seems externalized and the other seems internalized. Women might scream out loud, but when men get cracked in the nuts, they rarely scream. They just go very quiet, kneeling down with a look of absolute seriousness.
That's not true. They go, oh, oh, oh. That's a man scream.
On their face as they seem to concentrate on the floor harder than they've ever concentrated in their entire life. It seems to us that this blinding pain a man feels could definitely be as bad or worse as severely painful contractions, but psychologically a man knows it'll pass pretty soon. A woman, on the other hand, doesn't know when it'll end or how much worse the next one will be. That's the definition of torture. 9 hours of that is far worse than any ball strike, although we'd hazard a guess that having your plums literally ruptured or crushed is certainly as bad as any contraction. in fact, maybe worse than a contraction. But today we aren't really talking about crushing balls. That's taking things too far. We'll say for a few minutes being kicked in the balls is a 10 on the pain scale, and while childbirth goes up and down the pain scale for those 8 or 9 hours, maybe hitting a 10 in some cases, but in most cases at worst, maybe hitting the 8 or 9 mark. Pain is totally subjective, but we'd say the intensity of ball strikes in general, if they're proper full-on strikes, hits a 10, while childbirth occasionally hits the 10. Even so, childbirth in general is much worse because of the time it takes and the
Wait, they concluded that in terms of the pain, it hurts more to get kicked in the balls than to have a fucking I was right!
torturousness of the entire experience. We'd love to give you a definitive scientific answer, but just like with all forms of pain, that's just not possible. Regardless, we think our conclusion is sound. Now, you need to watch this classic. The worst pain ever? These injuries will make you cry like a baby. Or have a look at lucky ways.
I think this just proved I was 100% right and everyone else was wrong. Oh, if you like pina colada. So balls are worse for the moment, and giving birth just lasts longer. Well, yeah, obviously, but it's more of a pain outright. The pain, the reason why women believe childbirth hurts more is because it lasts longer, but it's just it's a pain from an 8 out of 10 that lasts however many hours compared to a 10 out of 10 that might only last 10 minutes. But the 10 out of the pain scale reaches a higher level on average for the ball kick than it does for the given birth. So basically, I was right the whole time. I was correct. I'm the fucking man. Crazy. It may not hurt more, but childbirth is way worse on your body and mental health. Okay, so, side note, I just remembered this now. When I was in grade 7, there was a local ice rink that people would go to go skating near my school. And a bunch of kids from my school would go there, right? And I don't really remember why. I'm sure I was just a dickhead. A girl kicked me in the balls. I honestly forgot this until this very moment. I forgot this happened. But a girl kicked me in the balls and everybody saw. And I had to call my mom to come pick me up because I was in so much pain and I couldn't skate anymore. And she didn't kick me on the balls with a skate. I just want to be clear. Our skates were off, but we were not skating at that moment. It was at a hockey rink. But yeah. It was a very embarrassing thing that happened to me, and I remember now for a while. I was very embarrassed that it happened. And, you know, that itself could be, you could say, have a very negative effect on one's mental health, is the embarrassment of people seeing you get kicked in the balls, because no one's judging a woman for giving birth. I mean, everyone, like, gives them props for that. You know what I'm saying? Everyone gives, you know, is big up the women giving the birth them, you know what I'm saying? But when a guy gets kicked in the balls, it's, yo, no, shit, right? So that honestly could have far more of an effect on someone's mental health than the universally praised giving birth. So, Meg, I don't know if you're actually right on that point. Well, postpartum depression, I mean. Yeah, That's a good point. Especially because, like, they kill their babies sometimes, right? Well, how do you think it feels for a man that You know, I'm not even gonna say what I think. I don't believe what I was gonna say. There was a character, and it was so stupid. I'm not even gonna say it. And then I'm just not gonna say it. Okay, you might know where I was going with this, but I'm not gonna say it. I did not actually mean what I was gonna say. That's why I stopped myself from saying it. I don't know what's wrong with me today, but I'm thinking really stupid shit for the banter, and it's not appropriate. Oh. So let's just say we'll agree to disagree. How does that sound, Mag? You okay with that? Or at the very least, we'll say this. Childbirth is less painful than we expected it to be, and getting kicked in the balls is more painful than we expected it to be. Now, they might not be the same. One might still be more than the other, but I think we have a much more of a respect for someone getting kicked in the balls after today's video. I think we can all agree on that. I don't think Mag will be kicking anyone in the balls anytime soon, is the moral of the story. Anyways, that was the only thing I had planned for today, so now I don't fucking know. I agree. Cool. Tummy aches are worse than giving birth. I feel like giving birth is just a really bad tummy ache. Oh, here we go again. Well, I started the whole argument again. I'm so stupid. I'm so fucking stupid. Are you trying to say tummy or cummy? Are you saying you get aches when you eat cum? I'm confused. Well, ladies and gentlemen, ball aches. I don't know what to do now. I'm gonna be honest with you. I kind of just came up with this idea on the spot last night, and I didn't really plan anything else out. I've been kind of hitting a low recently, and so I'm gonna start. Well, this weekend is pretty big. It's gonna be a pretty long fucking weekend for me. I got tomorrow night, friend's birthday, going out. Then Saturday night, I'm going to see my friend's brother got tickets for this DJ named Sarah Landry. You guys have probably seen her. She's like blowing up on TikTok and shit. Any videos? Okay, I'm not logged in. Anyways, she's like a big DJ. And so his brother got a booth at the club that they're at, and I just have to pay like the ticket to get into the club, and then I get to be at the booth and free drinks. So then I got to do that Saturday night. I know. And Saturday before that, I'm going to my dad's for his birthday dinner. And then Sunday, I got a game, and then I allegedly will stream after. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if I have any energy left to stream. The answer will probably be no. So if I were you, don't get your hopes up for a Sunday night stream. Because after a 2-day bender plus a game, I don't know if I'll have it in me to get to stream. But then on Monday, it's reset time. It's the grind begins. I'm gonna be like a fucking experienced stripper. You know what I mean? Just grinding on dudes. No, I need to get. It's fucking hard when you don't have structure in your life. You just feel like you're wasting everything. And I always had school to sort of structure my life, right? Like, oh, okay, I got to go to classes. Oh, I got to do work. Like, I can go and like study. You know what I mean? And now that I don't have that, I have no structure, and it's fucking me up. And like yesterday, I felt so good. Yesterday, I felt so good. It was like 20 degrees out in Toronto. I went outside. I went on a walk. I went on 2 walks yesterday, but I went on a walk with t-shirt and shorts on in fucking mid-March. Usually there's snow on the ground. Like, it was so nice out. I got a lot of work done yesterday on some other shit. Felt so productive. And then today, didn't really get a good sleep for some reason. Today, fuck all. Didn't do anything. I was like, fuck it. Okay, I gotta get some structure in my life and get back on track. I think this is also what's been fucking up some of the streaming stuff, because I'm always just like, oh, today's already shit. I'm not gonna do anything. Because I've never like had to do something that doesn't have like due dates. Like, you know what I mean? Like, there's no due date. Like, I don't have to stream, right? It's not like I'm paying to stream. It's just something I want to do, but I just feel like I'm just a lazy ass bitch. And I'm just an unmotivated human being. And I got to find ways to motivate myself, or just create a structure or a habits in my life that I just become routine. I think it's like working on this shit has to just become routine. And so I just got to do it. And I'm going to set myself a 30-day challenge for like other shit in my life. Like going exercising every day, going outside every day, because sometimes I don't do that. Going, drinking, eating 3 meals a day, drinking 4 liters of water a day, reading every day, fucking meditating every day, because I started doing that, but then I wasn't really doing it. And then going to sleep without watching YouTube, which is very tough for me, but I'm gonna start trying to do that. I've done it before a bit, but then I'm always like, but I want to watch YouTube. But I want to watch some YouTube. And then it fucks up my sleep, and that's why I'm always tired. And I also am not able to just fall asleep. I don't know if I'll ever be able to do that, but I don't think I'll like. You know how people could just fall back asleep? Like, if they wake up, they could just fall back asleep. I can't. If I wake up, I'm not going back to sleep. Like, last night I woke up at 4 a.m. because I like had to take a piss or something like that, and then I was just up for 3 hours because I was stressing about how I had to fall back asleep, and then I just couldn't do it, and then it just fucked up my whole day today. You know what I mean? And I'm too much of a pussy to try to grind through the tiredness and like be productive. So the blue light doesn't keep you awake. Podcast instead of that. Well, I have the Calm app for like meditating, but they also have sleep stories. So I listen to those, which I guess they're sort of like podcasts. What else do I want to do? I'm trying to think. Journal. I'm just gonna do. Journaling's tough for me because like I've tried it before. It was one of my goals for this year was to journal every day, and I started doing it, and then I just like it's a hassle, and I forget, or I'm just not in the mood. But I still feel like it's something that I'd really benefit from. So I just want to do 30 days, and if I by the end of it I still fucking hate it, like, and I'm like, oh my god, this is just a burden, a waste of my time. I'm just gonna be like, okay, I'm not a journaler. That's fine. I can move on with my fucking journal life. Same thing with like meditating. I'm gonna do it for 30 days, and if I'm not getting anything more out of it, I'm gonna be like, okay, whatever. Like, just fucking whatever. And yeah, I mean, I'm gonna be honest. I wanna find the exact sort of fucking content that I want to make, right? There's something there for me, and I feel like I still haven't found it yet. And I wanna find that thing. And so that's what I'm gonna try to do as well. I wouldn't be a journal person. Well, what I'm going to do is sort of just track. My journaling is going to be tracking if how I'm achieving my goals and like how I'm feeling. Is like if I'm exercising every day, I'm going to try to go to the gym 3-4 times a week, plus soccer and everything like that. But I also give myself time to like regen and shit like that. Notion is a good app for that. You don't say. Yeah. I got Notion. I use Notion for YouTube and stuff like that. Like I plan everything out. I literally but I don't want to use it for what are you saying for? Or are you saying I don't want to use it for that. Like I don't want to track it like too much, you know what I mean? Because I feel like when I'm tracking it too much, I'm just doing it to do it, not doing it because you know what I mean? It's like, oh fuck, it's 9 o'clock, I haven't done my meditation yet, and then you know what I mean? Which honestly is probably gonna happen anyways. I'm gonna be doing that, but I don't know. I'm not gonna use Notion for that. I just want to journal how the progress is doing. Like if I'm like, if I had a really good day at the gym, I'm gonna journal, had a really good day at the fucking gym. But, you know, this part of today, drinking the 4 liters of water was tough for me or stuff like that. I'm not really gonna do like, write about the essence of my existence in my journal entries. You know what I mean? Yeah. And like, I think the goal in this is to get more discipline in my life, which I think will directly impact the content that I'm making as well. Because I feel lost a lot of the times when I'm like trying to think of ideas and trying to implement those ideas. I feel like a lot of the times it's not really like me, or like I'm just trying to force something because I've seen someone else do it successfully. And then I'm like, don't put a lot of effort into it, because it's like I don't really care about it too much. And I also tend to like, because I'm like a lot of times I'm just trying to pick things that I've seen other people do that's successful. I don't put a lot of effort in. I just pick easier things to do so that I don't have to put a lot of effort in. And again, I'm just a really fucking lazy person. I am so fucking lazy. I think part of it is that it's just who I am. I think part of it is also, you know, when you play like a high level sport and you're especially like soccer, when you're like exerting so much energy, you're just always tired. Your body is just, my body is just always tired. And then and then when you're weak-minded like me, it's just like, oh, I'm fucking fuck this shit. I'm so tired. When you got a negative attitude towards everything, it's just not a good combination. Thank you for the follow on Twitch, dude. That's so real. Yeah, so I just, you know, I'm thinking like, yeah, you know, like, hopefully I could stay. I really want to try to stay on this. And I think I'll be like, if I fail, I'm just going to restart it. I'm going to do like, if you guys have heard the 75 days hard, whatever that challenge is. I'm not doing that challenge because part of that challenge is you have to exercise twice a day, once indoors, once outdoors. And like every single day for 75 days, I literally can't, like, I play competitive sports. You have to give yourself time to rest or you're gonna fucking die and get injured. Like I can't physically do that. Plus I occasionally like to drink alcohol, which 75 hard doesn't allow for, and I like eating chips, which 75 hard doesn't allow for. So fuck that shit. But what it does say is if you fail, you start again. So if you fail on day 14, one of the challenges you fail, you start again. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do that, and it's not 75 days, it's a fucking month. It's 30 days. That should be manageable. And I'm just gonna fucking, I'm gonna fucking, you know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna fucking, Okay, yo, see you, doggo. Good luck with your routines, Jay. Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you. Anyways, I don't know. I don't talk about this really with people. So I'm just, because I don't like telling people I'm doing something because usually I fail at it. So I don't want people to ask me, oh, how's that thing going? It's like, oh yeah, no, I stopped doing that after the third day. Yeah, no, yeah, I know I was like really saying I was going to do it. But I didn't. So that I just stopped telling people I do shit. But it literally like, I don't know. Today just kind of sucked because like yesterday, holding on. What the fuck is this kid talking about? Yesterday I felt so good, and today I think because of a lack of routine, I felt so shit. Well, not so shit. I felt pretty shit, like mentally. Until I went to the gym. Then I got back to the gym and I felt really good. So maybe there's something going on there. Maybe I like the gym. What the fuck's going wrong? Who am I? But where was I? Yeah, I want more consistency in my life. You know? And I want it to be not consistently shit. I want it to be consistently decent. So that's what the aim is with this, is to have a consistently decent life, or decent feeling on life. Not to say that I like, you know what I mean? It's like you just feel shit, right? You're not like, it's not like I'm like, I don't know, depressed. Something to react? You want me to react to Jungle holding on? Nah. I'm getting off soon, bro. I appreciate you coming and following, but I'm ending my stream soon. I'm just venting right now. And I'm just repeating myself, I feel like. But yeah, so that's what I'm planning on doing. Starting Monday, because I'm getting fucked up this weekend, so we start on Monday. Anyways. Oh. Yeah. I think I'm going to call it quits here. Sorry, I've only been streaming for an hour. It's kind of short, but whatever. Haven't started my routine yet. I don't have to be productive yet. I can be a piece of shit till Monday. So, yeah. Thank you guys for coming, especially you, Mag. Thanks for being here. Hope you had fun today. I had fun. You'll get back on track. Thank you. But yeah, if I don't see you Sunday, I'll see you Tuesday. But yeah, I'm gonna head out. But yes, namaste. Bye.